How you talking about MCs from 3rd Street? And we hopped out the Jeep with some $1,000 skate. Cuban link chain, Gucci timepiece. Head to the sky like a Catholic high priest. I don't wanna hear you try and rap with my beat. This and me, we gon' see when our entourage meet. And we won't partner with police. Got killers in the jail. Get dark on the street. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's going on? Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Controller Narrative Podcast. I'm glad y'all tuned in again. I'm glad to be back after a little time off. But we're going to get right into it with another exciting show. I got one of my favorite people in the world, Emmy nominated, one of the best videographers, videographers on the East Coast. He does nature films. He's part of 8 feature films. I could go down the line, keep naming again and again, but name dropping ain't gonna help unless I drop his name. Welcome to the show, film director, Gudda Films, aka Mr. Jerome Upchurch. Man, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, my comrade?
Man, ain't nothing, man. Just maintaining. You know what I mean? You know it's rough out here, especially in this entertainment business. You know what I mean? Tell everybody what's been going on with you, and you know what I'm saying, how you been maintaining this business.
I just been being consistent, man. And it's like, and this time is like, you have to really slow down time to really be productive nowadays. I mean, it's like, I research a lot of things like on like Google and what's going on social media. So I'm real key on what's going on in the industry as far as movie wise and the business side of things. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to strengthen up my business side of things so I can conduct my artistry a little bit better. You know, so I could be more consistent on bringing more projects out. So that's what I was key on focusing on.
And when you say focusing on that, what was one of the key aspects that you focus on to get your films known and or your projects out there to the people?
I try to focus on the people I have involved with the project, and making sure everybody has an understanding as a team. Because when you put a film together, it's not just my film; it's whoever you have in your franchise film as well. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's responsible to deliver what the film is about and what we're trying to get across. So a lot of key things to focus on is just sharpening up on my skills and keep doing research on better ways to do things so I can you know how things be in your head and you trying to just put it in reality, you know. So that's my main intent. You know what I'm saying? I have good intent about the films I put out, because I'm not trying to invite any drama like it's cool. I'm just trying to give the insight of where I seen that why I have so much longevity in this lifetime, you know. And I'm trying to give that out to a lot of other people as well that I've seen that's in a massacre of the chaotic way of life, especially in America. So,
Right. So a lot of people don't know that the new feature film, which will be it'll be in theaters, you'll be having events. You know, they used to do that. You know, back in the day, they'll actually have events where people will come out to the films and they go town to town like a tour, get a theater, and people will come in, right? So I'm glad you're bringing that back to the film industry. October 5th, that is going to be going down. But a lot of people don't know that Corrupted Mind was a series first, and it has a really deep message, and it shows the culture in Philadelphia. I want you to get into the message you have for the people through Corrupted Minds, and how did you come up with that to to uplift people or bring them together in unity through your film?
Um, it came about from me following a lot of artists throughout Philadelphia. Um, there's a lot of talented artists in Philly, not only rappers, but just people being themselves. So um, and I was there to witness a lot of moments for people's lives that was like yo, somebody will relate to this story. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
just like me kind of being a kind of like a bug on a wall and just kind of just like not being into that life, knowing that knowing what it's about, because everybody take a little dab in it. It gets too high, like, oh, I don't want to touch that, that's way too hot. Some people go full force and say, it gets the adrenaline rushing as far as the street shit and the violence and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And that has a lot to do with mental standpoint as well. You know, mental awareness. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that was influenced and through my lifetime that could have put me in detrimental situations that I wouldn't even be here to tell the story. So and mixed on to the people that I seen in the cycle of a chain that I saw constantly, just life and death and prison. Damn, you just got out. Damn, you just got shot. Like, there's a couple cats I know got shot 8 times, and they still out there, and it's just like, and I never understand it, but me myself, I don't judge, so I want to understand it. So that's why I took in a lot of people to understand their life and they whole state of mind of why they out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? I understand, yeah, it's easy money. I understand, yes, it's easy. It's easy to get into that type of lifestyle, but it's hard to get out. Because once you're trying to get out, it's like I feel like it's like something that's always following you. You
Absolutely.
know, so it's like a darkness that's always following you, even when you're getting out, and you get out by the skin of your teeth. And then people that get out by the skin of their teeth, then they go back in, knowing that they almost, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's very, it's very interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I witnessed a lot of people that went through life changes. So it's just like being a witness to a lot of things in my upbringing, and it just made me want to make a film like that. You know, so
So, what's your connection? I see you. You guys have a good chemistry on camera, and I saw a lot of BTS behind the scenes footage, and you got a lot of chemistry, off the camera and outside of film. Um, what's your relationship like with the cast, and how did you guys get together, or how did you select your cast to be the cast of Corrupted Mind? Because it has to be a real unique, um, it has to be a unique person or a certain type of individual to play those roles because they're so real.
I mean, Tunk. I met Tunk through just us looking at each other in the streets for like damn near 6 months. Like, who is this guy? And I just noticed that he had these distinctive eyes, man. And he was always looking at me like, and then he had the nerve to ask somebody that, yo, is this Gudda right in front of me? So I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? He was like, yeah, man, I wanna do a documentary on my life. I was like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? I hear people say, yo, my life is real all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what it was, but I was like, you know what? Yeah, let me see what's going on behind the scenes of your life. So I kind of just like I went into the movie on a lot of people's lives. So Tonk was already in a mode of documenting his life. So I was like, you know what? We just might as well just make a movie out of it. So a lot of things that was scripted, and when he was doing his testimonies, like, yo, you don't want to be like me. I'm 40 years old. I'm still in the streets.
Right.
Like, what I mean? You're gonna be a trapper for life. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I told him to say that because I know the situation you in, and I know you want to get out of it, but you don't know how to. You go get a job from ShopRite, they don't pay enough. You go get it, you know what I'm saying? And then, but this is paying enough. The streets is paying,
Right.
like for what you think. But the fact that you don't have education, the opportunity of um, having a job on a high pay rate as far as education wise, and it's not there. So it's like the only thing I know is the streets. So it's like, and then my other cast members, like Kid Nice, I did music with Kid Nice in the beginning of time, and I also documented his life going around. He was opening up for 112. He was opening up for all the big names. So it's like I was really just behind him, as he was just ripping and running, being an artist in Philadelphia. Back when PNB Rock was alive, he was, performing for schools and kids, telling kids that, you know, whatever you want to be, you can do it big. Like, you can be whatever you want to be. And I just like what Kid Nice was representing and what he stand for. So writing writing his character wasn't too hard because I kind of mixed my life with his life and with my uncle life, and I put it in one character. So with that, it was just like building on just self experience with me being around him and me knowing my family and stuff like that. And he reminds me of my family. He actually reminds me of my uncle JB. So it was like so relatable. And I believe Mize, he came to me around 2016, 15. I think this is when I came back from Oklahoma from shooting the National Tiger King shit. And I met Nas, and he was young, man. And soon I met him, I just knew that he had a light that I needed to display this message across. So with him, I just built his character on his real life, you know, because because he was in them, whatever he was doing, and he let me know about, situations that he was in and cases and whatever the case may be. He was actually supposed to go to college, you know. He was going to school for acting, stuff like that. So he was taking acting serious, let
Right.
alone, besides of me wanting him in a movie, he was actually taking it serious. Me not forcing him, like, yo, act. You know what I'm saying? So, and he been in a couple films as well. He was on AMC News for a film, so he had experience. So I knew I wanted to bring him in, and we just connected right away. We was with each other every day in the summer, just filming. And Gunna Main, I knew him from when I used to record people, audio engineering. I'm saying he was an artist, and I definitely always loved his cadence of him being from the side I was from, North Philly. You know what I'm saying? I'm really like a hybrid, North Philly, West Philly, uptown. So I know a lot of people in different areas, and I know the lingo as well. Like, I know people from this part talk like this. I know people from this part act like this. You know what I'm saying? I know people be having block wars. Oh, I
Right.
don't fuck with this person, this and that. I just know certain things from just being around it. You know what I'm saying? So it was never like something I just looked up. This is all by experience, and you can actually feel the cadence of the experience that when you see it in the film. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to cast because they actually went through something, and then I can put, yo, I'm trying to write this script as far as how can we get you out of this life? How can we break the cycle? Can it even be broken? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I fixed the fight on that by just bringing it to the authenticness. I couldn't like yeah, I could have went to book the for say real actors or whatever, like the made up actors that cut clean and you know what I'm saying. But I didn't want that. You know what I'm saying, and I wanted the authenticness of it. So I took the risk of doing that. You know what I'm saying? And I still don't regret it to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Right? Because um, my household they like to watch a lot of Philadelphia themed movies, films,
Mm,
and I don't. Right?
mm,
Um, Partly because I'm from Philadelphia and I know what the culture is like from the inside, outside. You know what I'm saying? So when a lot of these films, I'm not going to name drop them because they're not bad films. It just it's, these guys, they're not Philadelphia to me. Like,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Nobody, yo, boy.
Generic.
They don't say, what's good with you? You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Like, it's certain things and certain phrases that we say and things that we do. Like, salam alaikum. You don't even got to be Muslim in Philly to greet each other like that. Peace be unto you. That's just a
yeah.
natural
Peace on to
greeting.
yeah, yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like people just do that in Philadelphia. And I watch these films, the guys don't even have beards. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like 85% of Philadelphia got beards.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is. They got hair on their face. Even if you grow a little peach fuzz under here, guys ain't cutting. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I watch these films. It was one with little Romeo in it. He got butt naked face. If you coming up on the streets, right? The only person that got butt naked faces from Philadelphia that I see now is Gillian Wallow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the rest of
Right.
Philly, they got this. They got
Yeah.
everything on their face. So I'm like, seeing this film like Corrupted Mind, it's like showing the rawness of Philadelphia, what it's really like from a perspective of being a Philadelphia street dude. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Not nothing generic, not with a guy having $100,000 in his bag. It's not like that. You might make $100,000, but you
Yeah.
ain't gonna have it all in the bag. Like you gonna buy
Right.
yourself a dollar house and invest. That's what street guys do in Philly. Get you a
Right.
studio, invest in a rapper or whatever. That's just the culture. So
Yeah.
I say that to segue into this. Will it be a continuance of that type of content from Gutter Films, or are you going to try to dive into something that you always been wanting to do, like sci-fi or something like that?
I mean, I go by the saying if it's not broke, don't try to fix it. Um, and yeah, I already started writing a part two because I feel like it's a lot of avenues that I didn't cover yet. That's the only reason that I'm gonna go back into it. Because I believe movies is all about content of topics. So this film is particularly about trust and basically just trusting yourself, and 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 it's basically like two dimensions, and they collide and become one. Because like when once you become influenced by somebody, you're that person.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a duplication. So when I influence a being, a young child, or you know what I'm saying, and it could be brainwashing to the worse or brainwashing to the better, depending on the situation. So it's a lot of brainwashing in social media. It's a lot of You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of influence and a lot of things that I feel as though I could have, I want to still bring out. You know what I'm saying? Even with the um, female dominance in the society. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a lot of areas that I feel like I need to cover that I want to cover, and I made it um, a trifecta as far as based on three characters: Tonk, Gunna, and Nas. Nas he passed 2021. Gunna passed 2022. Tonk passed 2023. So that triangle right there is mainly is what this film is based on. Um, and it's like a lot of things is not by um, on purpose. It's, a lot of
Right.
stuff came by mistake as far as like how I wanted to do it
I
and
would say
how it,
I would say organically.
right. And it's like you kind of can look at it in different perspectives. Like, damn, is Gunna Mane really real? Is he talking to himself? Is this his inner self? You know what I'm saying? Like when you let the devil take the wheel, you know what I'm saying, type of situation, and it can be looked at in different angles. You know what I'm saying? But I wanna base a lot of data in my next film with Corrupted Minds, and I think it's a lot of things I need to cover, just information wise. And again, we're not trying to invite it like it's cool or nothing like that. That's why I have my testimonies and yo, this is not the life that you want to live. You know what I'm saying? This is not it. You know what I mean? So a lot of people see the life and like, yo, I want, you know what I'm saying? I'm with that too. They get into it, but you really not even about it. And people that's about it don't even want to be in it. They've been in it so long, they don't know nothing better than that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a different language when you say, that's even like, not going too off the topic. When I tell rappers to, why don't you rap some songs about females or something? Just do, I mean, do like something with a lighter touch. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But all they know is the one dimensional side of content. You know what I'm saying? So when you got a one dimension and you scooping down to the level of the basis of kids that's taking in information faster than we ever took it when we was younger. So they think they know more than the older people. And they may do. They much quicker on things, so things is way different. So when you're in the era of time of um knowing yourself, I say too soon and not able to grow and blossom, because that's like, you know, I appreciate myself for being a late bloomer. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like my quality of work had to build up to that, and it's still
Right.
building up to this day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a gift and a curse with things. And you just gotta realize that times are changing. Is either you go with the times or you get left behind as far as the business go.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing you had actors like that because right now, uh, SAG after they on strike and
Mm.
ain't nobody working in Hollywood. I don't know if a lot of people know that.
And I worked with a lot of good other actors. Bobby Ram, he was in the MF Blacklist on Netflix. Um, Great actor. I plan on working with him a lot more too. I actually booked him from my partner Jimmy the Saint, because we was working on the film, and I liked the way he was acting in it. And I was like, yo, I want to book you on my film. So I was like, yeah, bet. So and I also got Bill Collector in this film too. Um, I knew him for years when I was doing music.
Right. Right. Seemed like a
bro.
long time ago, right?
Yeah, a long time ago. I think when I met Bill, it was around the time that I was like doing music real heavy, but it was a dangerous time to do music as well at this time. It's either if you rap, you had to battle, and you know what I'm saying. If you know what I mean, you
And
had
be
to rap.
and be real. Like you have to
Yeah,
be real.
yeah,
Like
you had to
you
like
couldn't just be creative, like create a creative artist. Like you couldn't
exactly.
be little Uzi Vert back then. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Because
hmm
you'd have got punched in the face on a corner trying to battle somebody with melodies.
Right. You know what
You
I'm
know what I'm
saying,
saying?
but yeah, Bill was real genuine about the upbringing of my progress. He's like, yo, I need to be in a movie. And I actually was finishing it up. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I'm gonna put you in. Yeah, so I wrote up something real quick and I put him in there. Um, we're gonna get more into his story later on, probably in part two. I think but based on this movie is based on the trifecta of Gunna, Tunk, and Nas. So and it's a lot of my cast. I got a good cast. Dana Conway, Cowan. I mean, she did a good job in casting. She cast her daughter, Caprice, um, and my guy Styles Inc. He got his own clothing line, his own brand, and stuff like that. He got his own podcast, whatever. But I just be trying to support whoever's supporting me at the time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because there's a lot of people that DM me to be in a film, but if I can see you in a physical form and you come out, like say if you came out to a premiere or I see your face, and I'm like, all right, yeah, because it's a lot. Because a lot of people want to be in movies, but not willing to buy into the character. Because you got to realize, like, oh yeah, why you didn't get me in a movie? All right, well I have to create your character, and we have to build a character. I have to get to know you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just a overnight thing. So a lot of the characters is in corrupted minds. I built that character through time and talking. It didn't take much, but probably a week of time I was hanging out, and you know what I'm saying, and me just the thing is about me when I'm talking to somebody, I listen to them. You know what I'm saying? As far as their story, the details on their story, and I take heed to it and I apply it. You know what I'm saying? To what I'm trying to, the direction I'm trying to go,
Right.
if it even works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like writing for me is just like I try to write poetry as well because I was an artist before, so a lot of scripts I put it in like bar formats. So it's like a lot of sayings that you'll hear off the movie is like um I had one line that I had somebody say. It was like because he hit him with the shovel in the movie, and he didn't die. So he said, "You know what the problem was? You hit the nigga with the shovel, but not with the metal." It said, so this is like a lot of my cadences is like similar to like lines of rapping. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying?
Like punchlines,
So
room shakers.
right, yeah, yeah, punchlines. So
Right.
that's how I always wanted to see it because I look at films and it be so stale and the dialogue be it be too robotic, not natural. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
so even if I don't even got a script and I just got a PowerPoint of something and I'm conversing with the actor if we're on scene and they actually do a Denzel moment and outburst some good shit. All right, let's do that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I'm always in a base of creativity as far as like letting that actor act.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta just let the
Be
actor.
creative.
Right, right. You gotta let them just do them. You could give them a little, but just let them. This is your moment. Have your moment. You know.
Right. So what's what you got coming up? What events you got coming up this month or next month? Or what's going on with it?
Well, I got the premiere October the 5th. Um, and it's gonna be the second premiere. First one I only showed like 30 minutes of it. It wasn't, ready. It had little technical difficulties, but I got the whole hour, 20 minutes, 25 minutes done. Um, I signed the contract for it to be on Tubi, and um, finally got that figured out. I'm actually filming another film called Who. Um, Tanya Brown, I believe. I don't want to mix her name up, but I'm doing, I'm just doing a lot of projects with people that adore my work.
Right.
People see me. Oh, I like the way he shoot. I want to book him. As far as myself, my film that I'm gonna start filming, I'll probably start doing part 2 as soon as possible, probably in like November. And I'm gonna do that in Redden, PA, based out in that area, like just a different hood, that I'm familiar with somewhat. You know what I'm
Right. I
saying?
got you.
I have experience doing work out here with artists, and I was working at the college, teaching kids how to do photography and film, um, at Arbor College. Um, so I just know the area, and I feel like it's a story in every little small part. Every part got a hood or a area that it's in poverty, or area that is,
Urban.
yeah, urban, that's in traumatic distress too. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to shed light on it. I want to shed light on everybody's story that I feel as though survived. Like, damn, you went through that and you still here? Oh yeah, let me. You know what I'm saying? Let me talk to you
Right.
for a second, and let's put something together. So yeah, that's what's next for me.
I mean, where can we find tickets so we can
Tickets you can
take us
find it in the bio, the Cash App, or you could just come to the theater and just get your ticket when you come in. You
at Gutter
know,
Films on all, right?
yeah, other films, all platforms, Cash
I
App.
mean, a lot of us live on fixed budgets. Are these tickets even affordable?
Well, they $20,
Oh, that
twenty
ain't
dollars.
bad. That's how much movie tickets cost.
Yeah, $20. I mean,
Okay.
but a lot of AMC theaters is like doing like what's the $5 movies and all that. I mean, I wish I had the budget to even show $3 movies, but financially, I'm doing everything myself at this time, but I just want people to see it in the light that I feel as though my guys was deserving of. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe we can bring the film out to lower income communities, community centers. You know,
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that. I've seen this before. It's just something that comes to my head right now.
right, right,
Where they bring out they blow up the big movie screen outside. People sit down in the park or something.
right, right.
Maybe we could do something like that for lower income communities.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, something free, a free event of
Yeah,
consistency. Then I got, oh yeah, I do got a couple films, trailers that I'm gonna show before the movie come on. I was working on something called The Spirit of Martha. I filmed that down at Martha's Vineyard. Um, and I got some other films that I'm working with people. I'm not gonna say nothing yet with that until that's, you know,
right.
stamped. So yeah, and oh yeah, I got the Untold Story documentary of the Tiger King, when I'm gonna speak up about my experience of working there for 2 years and stuff like that. Um, ain't gonna be no bashing and nothing like that. I'm just gonna be speaking about my experience,
Right.
what
Right.
I went
Your
through,
truth. Your truth.
my truth.
Yeah,
and speak my
there's nothing
truth.
wrong with that. A lot of people take offense to that. You know.
Yeah, they do, and a lot of people was waiting to see it. I saw Carol Baskin on my page trolling me like, "Oh, I bet you got a lot of good stories." I was like, man, because I know everybody was tied up in the feds with that shit, but I'm not speaking no incriminating shit. I'm just speaking my truth about my experience and how it changed my life, and, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's gonna be a goodie. It's gonna be a goodie,
Right.
definitely.
Well, yo, listen. Anything? Any last words you want to say to the youth, or say to the people that's watching, people that support you?
Um, I want to shout out to my whole cast. I want to shout out also my wife that helped me with the film. Um, she did a lot of production as far as custom design in the film. Helped me out with lighting and photography. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate my wife for holding me down with a lot, man. Just like putting the merchandise together, and you know, but that's another story. But I like to shout out my whole cast as well for
It's
representing.
cool, man. Get your brownie points.
You
It's cool. It's cool. I wasn't even gonna stop
understand?
you. You know what I mean? Got it. Home got to be good first. You got to, you know what I'm saying? For real.
Right, right. Home
Nothing
gotta
wrong with
be,
that.
yeah. That's prime thing. Like I feel as though if home is right, there's nothing you can't do. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Nothing, man.
that family support ain't nothing like family support. That's even when this premiere come out, this movie come out. If it's only my family in there, I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? As
Absolutely.
long as I got that support from my family, I feel like I could take on the whole world.
But we're gonna do our part. Make sure everybody fill up that theater October 5th to see the premiere of Gudda Films' new movie, Corrupted Mind, full feature film coming to y'all soon, coming to your living rooms on Tubi. Hey man, thank you for joining the show. It was glad to have you. Nice talk. Knock them out. All right. Yo, thank y'all for joining again for another episode of the True Narrative Podcast. I'm your host, Vernon Johnson. I'm gonna holler at y'all.
Ain't nobody love me better.